Hey guys, it's Carl Burke, and it's August 29th, Friday. So I haven't been vlogging that much because I've been preoccupied. For the last week I have been working with this new software. It's called, let's see, Open Broadcast. And what this is a software that works in conjunction with your webcam that you can live stream to your channel or something like that. I've been fighting with it and to see how it works, because there's a really steep learning curve, and but I've learned how to do it. It's just I have to fine-tune it, but I find myself saying, why do I need this? So I find it useless for me. The software is a good software, and it does do some good things the more you learn about it. But I find it of no use to me, because I don't think I'm going to be live streaming anything. It's because I have a hard enough time doing videos, and there is no need to. So live streaming, I don't know, open broadcast software. It's a nice free software, thank God. But it's interesting how you can broadcast right from your computer. So I don't know. Today we're going to talk about 10 things that are going to go away in our lifetime. 10 things that will disappear in our lifetime. This is U.S. oriented, but Canada and the rest will not be far behind. Whether these changes are good or bad depends in part on how we adapt to them. But ready or not, here they come. The post office. Get ready to imagine the world without the post office. They are so deeply in financial trouble that there is probably no way to sustain it long term. Email, FedEx, and UPS have just about wiped out the minimum revenue needed to keep the post office alive. Most of your mail every day is junk mail and bills. That's true. I can't think of the last time I sat down and handwritten a letter. So when I wrote a letter home or something like that when I was in the Navy, it was only be done by mailing a letter. The check. Britain is already laying the groundwork to do away with checks by 2008. Well, when you paid your bill, you used to have to write a check, and you kept a ledger so you know when you paid your bills. But with all this stuff today, you don't know. It costs the financial systems billions of dollars a year to process checks. Plastic cards and online transactions will lead eventually demise of the check. This plays right into the death of the post office. If you never paid your bills by mail, you never received them by mail, the post office would absolutely go out of business. So it's coming. The newspaper. The younger generation simply doesn't read the newspaper. They certainly don't subscribe to a daily delivered print edition. That may not that may go the way of the milkman and the laundryman. I can't think of the last time I seen a milkman. This guy used to come to your house and you had a little box out back, and your mom used to put a little note in it, something that she wanted. I thought it was good service, but it's gone. As for reading the paper online, get ready to pay for it. The rise of mobile internet devices and readers has caused all the newspaper and magazine publishers to form an alliance. They have met with Apple, Amazon, and the major cell phone companies to develop a model for paid subscription services. In the future, the newspaper will be gone. Newspaper boys that used to uh, deliver the paper during the day. So here's another job that's going to the wayside for young people to get into. The book. You say you will never give up the physical book that you hold in your hand and turn the literal pages. I said the same thing about downloading music from iTunes. I wanted a hard copy CD, but I changed my mind when I discovered I could get an album for half the price without leaving home to get the latest music. The same thing happened to books. You can browse a bookstore and online and even read pages, chapters before you buy, and the price is less than half of a Braille book. And think of the convenience. Once you start flicking your fingers on the screen instead of a book, you find that you are lost in the story and can't wait to see what happens next. And you forget that you're holding a gadget instead of a book. I don't know what to say about that, because I've learned everything I know from reading books. Books in school, books outside of school, summer reading list, the Bowery Boys and the Nancy Drew books. I don't know. Well, this is an interesting one. The landline telephone. Unless you have a large family and make a lot of local calls, you don't need it anymore. I don't even think you need one if you have a large family. Most people keep it simple because they've always had it. As you heard, that was my landline ringing, but you are paying double the charges for that extra service. All cell phone companies will let you call using the same cell provider for no charges against your minute. Well, cell phones have changed everything. Music is one of the saddest parts of the change story. The music industry is dying a slow death, not just because of illegal downloading. It's the lack of innovation, new music being a change to get into people who would like to hear it. Greed and corruption is the problem. The record labels and radio conglomerates are simply self-destructing. Over 40% of the music purchased today is cataloged items, meaning traditional music that the public is familiar with, older established artists. This is so true on the live concert circus. To explore this fascinating and disturbing topic further, check the book out, Appetite for Destruction by Stephen Comp. I don't know how to say that. In the video documentary, Dies Before the Music Dies. That is, I've always said it. Music today is like, I don't know, it's like music porn. 7. Television revenues to the networks are down dramatically, not just because of the economy. People are watching TV and movies, streaming from their computers. Wow. And playing games and doing lots of other things to take up the time that used to be spent watching TV. Primetime shows have degenerated down to lower than the lowest common denominator. Cable rates are skyrocketing, and the commercials run about every 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I say good riddance to it. It's time for cable companies to be put out of their misery. Let the people choose what they want to watch through Netflix. Number 8. Things that you own. Many of the very possessions that you used to own are still in our lives, but are not actually own them in the future. They simply reside in the cloud. Today, your computer hard drive and stores your pictures, music, movies, and documents. The software is on a CD or DVD. You can always reinstall it if need to be. With all the changes, Apple, Microsoft, and Google are all finished up their latest cloud service. This means that when you turn on your computer, the, the internet will be built into your operating system. So Windows, where was I? I better underline this. So that means when you turn on your computer, the internet will be built into your operating system. So Windows, Google, and Mac OS will be tied straight to the internet if you click on an icon. It will open something in the internet cloud. If you have something, it will be saved to the cloud, and you may pay a monthly subscription fee to the cloud provider. This is virtual world. You can access your music or your books or whenever from the laptop or handheld device. That's the good news. But you will actually own any of this stuff, or will it disappear the moment the big poof? Will most of the things in our lives be disposable and whimsical? It makes you want to run to the closet and pull out that photo album, grab a book from the shelf, or open up the CD case and pull out the insert. That's coming. It's coming. It's showing. As I am here doing it, it's happening. Joined Handwritten. This comes back to mail. People used to handwrite everything and use it in mail and letters. So, I don't know. Already going in some schools, they're not even teaching the kids cursive writing. In school, who is no longer teaches joint handwriting because nearly everything now is done on computers or keyboard of some type. Pun not intended. That I don't know about. I think kids least need to know how to write. And your number 10 thing that will disappear in our lifetime. If there ever was a concept that if we can look back on nostalgically, it would be privacy. That's gone. It's gone. It's going to be gone for a long time anyway. The cameras on the streets in most of the buildings, and even built into your computer, and cell phones. But you can actually be sure that 24/7 they know who you are and where you are, right down to GPS coordinates in Google Street. You can see the type ads that are popping up from I think Google's in bed with Amazon.com, because if you buy them, the ads reflect what you're buying. All we will have left, that which can't be changed, are our memories. And that's true for us anyway. Our generation is going to the wayside, and I don't know what's happened. But these 10 things: privacy, joined handwriting, things that you own, television, music, landline phones, the book, the newspaper, the check, and the post office will disappear in our lifetime. So, wow. The biggest thing that gets me about all these things that are gonna go away, or that is going away, so it would be handwriting in the books. But you gotta go with progress. I guess you would call this progress. And if you say that history repeats itself, let's hope it never does. So, I don't know. Does history repeat itself? And what do you think about these items? So, this is Carl Burke from Burke.com saying, see you in funny papers. Bye.